Hello folks, this place certainly does look new. Not really, I've been to Gungarnock a few times for a few different reasons. But anyway, we're going to crack on with a walkie-talkie. Look at the silhouette up ahead, it's lovely isn't it? Anyway, enough of the vistas for a moment. Right, so I came home from work last night and Mum says, oh my goodness, you better check this out on the television or your catch-up service or something. And what? She was really like shocked and wound up about it. And alright, okay. What's fucking happened? It's Zelenskyy that handed his tenure of president of the Ukraine away. No, but it certainly did involve him, however. Right, there was a meeting between J.D. Vance, Donald Trump and Moneybank Zelenskyy, right? And, you know, apparently, this is where it gets interesting. Apparently there was an intense bullying session going on. I was told, right, I watched the full 46 minutes and 59 seconds of it. You know, I went in with a neutral set of ears. I wasn't for Zelenskyy, I wasn't for Trump, I wasn't for Vance, I wasn't even for the public. I actually went in with a neutral set of ears. My ears were for me. Right. And I'm going to have to tell you. Oh no! That bus could have actually took me where I was wanting to go. Oh, you shitting fucker. Oh, anyway, did I just swear? Station, is that an actual hotel? Or is that just a booze up place? Anyway, we could call this an Urbex video, urban exploration. Right, I think I know what way I'm going. Anyway. Yeah, I know it. Right. But onto the main topic in hand, I'm so fucking easily distracted for some reason. But I watched this 46 minutes and 59 seconds and honestly, I was underwhelmed. There was barely even any shouting. There certainly wasn't any swearing. There wasn't any fists going to be raised. There wasn't any lunges. You know, the news channel even tried to kind of sex it up into it was a borderline brawl material. Well, I'm sorry, but I didn't see anything of that description. I was quite underwhelmed. The deal for minerals clearly didn't happen. It was just a bit of a... I wouldn't even storm a teacup, because storming a teacup implies there's something. There's not. There absolutely isn't. I was very underwhelmed by it. Right, you know, Donald Trump gave Moneybank Zelenskyy a right good bloody scene to, and a long overdue scene to, something of which weird Starmer should have even got involved in, you know, but no, he didn't. He was just like, oh, you know, Starmer was like basically almost deep throating Zelensky's toes. Yes, I did refer to toe jobs. But anyway, when it came to Trump and Vance, Trump and Vance really put it down on the table. Do I think he did anything wrong? No, exactly, no. I mean, you know, at that age-old phase, you have to listen to some criticism every so often. And sometimes criticism can be quite sore to ear, and unfortunately, well, you know, the remarks about Zelensky's attire to the event, yeah, I would say are pretty valid. That's definitely a private road. Right. I you know, conversation about fiscal is pretty valid again. You know, if you're going to be getting money received from other sources, then yes, sometimes you actually do have to explain where the money is going and what it's doing. And if everyone's, like when I worked a charity once, right, and at least 2 times a year, every year, we had to fill in funding reports, what we were doing, what reach we were getting, etc., etc. Anyone that knows first sector will know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, nice. Yes. Did he just lift his butt off the bike for us? I don't know. Anyone that knows about butt spites, etc., will drop a comment, and I don't really know much about it. I was like, yeah, it's nice, and then he just lifted his butt off like for like a second. Anyway, the walkie-talkie does certainly go in different directions more often than not. Anyway, yeah, we are like, was it still in Renfrewshire type territory? Who knows? But yeah, back to the punchline. Yeah, a news reporter said, oh, they were about to throw punches at each other, yada yada. Oh, it got very violent and vitriolic. I didn't see anything of that regards, to be honest. I'm actually going to see if I can get. Is this a way to the place I'm going? Let's have a look. That certainly isn't. You know what? I'm probably taking the long way around. Oh look, over here, see there's a place called RT Cycles. If anyone's got a motorbike, and let's say for instance it's needing a wee bit of a tune-up or a service, so come along here. I'm not doing any product placement, of course, but yeah, and they do fishing supplies. Excellent. I'm going to come down here, let's say a day where it's a regular 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, maybe a day of annual leave. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, overall I was just pretty overwhelmed. I was quite gonna really, Zelensky's going to have to get answered every so often, especially if he's taking in, like, what the UK's given $3 billion a year every year for 100 years. You have to sit up and listen to your funders. They want to know where the money's going. What's it doing? What's it proving? What's it this? What's it that? Right? That's just the way things go. I know it sounds and maybe feels a bit arsey, but just remember, if I was in my job at the time as part of a charity, right, and it is perfectly natural for the funders to go, right, okay, we need a funding report to see what our money is getting used for. It's a reasonable ask. And that's that. That sometimes can release more money, but in this situation, the US are getting tired of hearing about death the same way as we are, and we're kind of getting sick to death of hearing about our money, the money that is taken off the elderly for a heating care, sorry, being used to fund other people's battles. He needs to hear it. And apparently, from what I've been hearing throughout the last week in a general sense, It sounds like he's not actually hugely far from giving up being president of Ukraine. And is this a good thing or a bad thing? New blood's a good thing. That's what I'm saying, to be honest. And we're all sick and tired of hearing about people dying and places being levelled to buggery, right? And we're sick of hearing this 3 billion a year every year for 100 years. You know, the mathematician in that situation must fucking go and get his head stoated off a very strong, thick wall, knock himself out, because neither Moneybag Zelenskyy or Weird Starmer is actually ever going to be lasting 100 extra years to the end of this contract. This was a shite contract, and it was signed by the devil, in my opinion, because in 100 years Ukraine could have built themselves back together and got this shit war. You know, this thing is an absolute utter joke ended. And just before I wrap up, today I was reading a news channel, and they said it's just been over 3 years since this war started. A war basically just started from a conversation, might I say. This is utterly pathetic. We've got bigger things to be fighting with, you know. And the worst thing is, really, Weird Starmer has lined up a big bunch of boys, much younger than me actually, to go and fight this war. It's already been branded a suicide mission. And I'm not doing the S word, fuck that, right? And also, there's already been a fair amount of these young lads who got trained up and sent off to Ukraine dead. Now, I can go into one example that didn't involve death, but it involved very, very serious injury. I don't really think I would want to go into too much, but it was a severe injury to the foot, and I honestly hope everyone around him says and does the right thing and goes, wait a minute, wait a blinking second here, let's end this madness, take him home, because it's still uncertain at the extent, and I have had some information about it, but I'm not wanting to broadcast it, to be honest. I just want the best for that guy. I want the best of the doctors, the best of outcomes, and generally I hope all his army staff go turn around and says, no, we just cannot have him on the team because of the injuries. He needs to go home and have peace. He's done his bit. He's explored. It blew up in his face, and that's just that. Just let the boy be in peace and get in as much healing as possible. I think that's basically me covered everything. So if you like the video, please like, subscribe, share, show your mum and dad, and show Weird Starmer. But until the next walkie talkie, it's the weekend, so whatever you are doing, make sure it's nice, and I'll catch you soon.